All right, now just because I stop to breathe doesn't mean that you start talking. Now, of these three words, which one do you know the definition of?
Median.
All right, what's a median? So, if we're talking about triangles, it's the middle of what?
The middle of 2 points.
Ish. I like where you're headed on that. Of what?
Is it the middle of 3 angles?
Kind of. You're getting there. But the median does a special thing. So a median is a segment that extends from one angle to a side and cuts the side in half. And we're going to draw an example of each. So if I have this triangle right here, and I'm going to call it triangle A, B, C. You're slow as molasses. We may put like more triangles down at the bottom, but that's it. Alright, so we have a triangle ABC. And I want to draw a median from B to AC. What does it need to do to AC? It needs to cut in half. Good, take a point. So from B to AC, and we're going to call this point D, it's going to cut it in half. Now, if it cuts AC in half, what does that mean I need on my sides? Tickies, because it's a side. So AD is congruent to DC. Put a tickie. That's a median. That's it.
That's all?
And we're going to use those with similar triangles to make proportional parts. So what's an angle bisector?
It cuts an angle in half.
It cuts an angle in half. Good. Take a point. Ham sandwich. We got to write faster. That's okay. How about you?
I've been really tired.
I see a lot of markers and trash on the floor, and it's about to freak me out. Like we in a brand new school, and y'all can't pick up stuff. So I need us to look under our desk real quick. We're gonna pause and get our markers because I see them under all the tables, and I'm about to have a panic attack. So let's pick up. And there's trash. Like let's pick it up. All right. So an angle bisector cuts an angle in half. So it is a segment that cuts an angle in half. No, it doesn't cut the side, it cuts the angle. And I'm going to draw you a picture. So, I'm going to draw right here. D, E, F. So if I wanted to bisect angle E is an echo, where do I have to draw that angle bisector from? Does it come from another angle or does it come from a side?
It comes from a side.
And which side?
Yeah.
If it's cutting E in half, which side is it going to come from?
B and F.
D, F. Good, take a point. And we're going to call this G. What do I need to put if it's an angle bisector?
Rainbow.
We do put rainbows. How many rainbows do I put on DEG?
One.
One on DEG. And how many do I put on FEG? One, because it cuts it in half, so they're congruent.
I'm sorry.
Take a point, Brindley. What? All right, are we ready for an altitude? Okay. Ain't that what?
Is it? There. The map.
Like on a plane? Or the height of a mountain?
I'm talking
Like if you're at a higher altitude?
yes.
Yes. So what does that mean? That's a great way to think about this. If you travel up the mountain and it tells you that you're at 6,000 feet altitude, what does that mean?
Don't know. I just. You gotta go.
Oh, okay. So she said, doesn't altitude have to do with mountains and on maps? So we're traveling up a mountain. And we see a sign, and it says 6,600. It doesn't say 6,600. It says 6,000 feet in altitude. What does that mean?
6,000 feet.
Above what?
Above the
Sea level. So is that the height of that point of the mountain?
No.
That's the height.
It is. That's how high you are at the mountain, right? You're 6,000 feet above sea level. So if we have a triangle, what is an altitude going to be?
The top of the triangle.
Is it the top of the triangle or is it the height of a triangle? It's the height of a triangle. So let's write that down. The height of a triangle. Some of y'all need to go hiking or go outside or like experience things out of Alabama just a little bit more.
I gotta take a job.
Okay. Alright, so let's draw a triangle that looks like this. And we're going to call it triangle X, Y, Z. Alright, so would the height of this triangle be on the, like, would you find it from the outside point or from over here on the inside?
The outside point.
The outside point. Now, an altitude does a special thing on a triangle. It drops and makes a 90-degree angle. So it's the height of a triangle makes a 90-degree angle to the base. Now, if it's on the outside, it would look like this. This right here is the altitude of this triangle. It's the height. It drops down at a 90-degree angle, and we know that that is how tall that triangle is. Make a baby one. Do you want a different color? All right, are we ready to apply these to theorems, or do we need a mo? Of what?
The light came through.
There's so many things I could say, and I'm not going to. Yep.
I like the way.
All right, are we ready? Flip back, please. All right, so now this is an altitude because it meets at a 90-degree angle. And it says if two triangles are similar, then the lengths of the corresponding altitudes are proportional to the lengths of the corresponding sides. So we are still making proportions, just like we've been doing for 3 weeks. Make proportions. Friday. You're getting a study guide today. Also, is it raining in here?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, why did you do that so angrily?
No, I'm just.
I think it's raining.
Hallelujah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a base proportion here. like just our basic one for each of these. And then we're going to see which theorem matches up with which problem. Now, this says that our altitudes are proportional to the lengths of sides, right? So AD, which is the altitude of this triangle, is proportional to what side over here? FJ, because they're both altitudes. Good, take a point. And if I said that I want it to be proportional to AC, what side would it have to match up with over here? FH. Good, take a point. Because those are in the same spot, so they're corresponding. Yes, no, maybe so. You do know that I say what I write, correct? And if you didn't talk, you could hear me? Look at me problem solving. Like a champ up here. Alright, let's look at this one. It says if two triangles are similar, then the lengths of the corresponding angle bisectors are proportional to the lengths of the corresponding sides. Alright, what length is proportional to RT? LP. Because those are both what? Are they sides of the triangle or is it an angle bisector? Angle bisector. And if I wanted that to be equal to RS, what side is proportional to RS?
Oh, LM.
LM. If you said LM, take a point because I think someone whispered it, but we're just not very loud. And the last one, this is the median. So we would say CD is proportional to what side? YZ. Take a point, Mazira. We're not making a proportion for that one because I'm out of room. So we just move it on. Ready? It was cooler in here for like 3 seconds. So it's just cooler over there? We don't get air in the rest of the room?
It really is cool over here. I don't know. I think if you turn the lights on, the thing comes out that I'm so nasty. It happens at Coach Burke's house. It happens at Burke's Element too. Yeah, if you turn the lights on, it'll come out. This fan come on. I don't know if that. I guess it's the sign because Burke's. It's one bad thing.
Okay, now let's look at these. I want to start with a problem that has an altitude first because that was our first theorem. So of 1, 2, or 3, which one has an altitude? 2, because it makes a 90-degree angle. Okay, so let's do number 2 first. Now, 16 is our altitude in our left triangle. And what side does 16 match up with? X. Good. So we made our first ratio. Look at us go. Okay, now if we started with 16 on the left side of our proportion, we're going to have to start with this triangle on the right side of our proportion. So what other side does it give us on this triangle? 20. And what are we going to... It's not over because we're not cows. Divided by 15. And how do we solve a proportion? Cross multiply. Please cross multiply, my children.
That's so crucial.
Wait, why do you say?
Because cows jump over the moon.
How do they jump over?
It's a nursery rhyme. Hey diddle diddle, the cow and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. Do your math. Do your math. Just know that cows jump over the moon. We not cows, so we say divided by.
Okay.
Well, I'm a cow.
Math. It's reporting. Can you cross? You already saw? Look at you go. What'd you get for X? 12. How many of us got 12? If 2 people at the table got it right, take a point.
What about 4?
Okay, so now for our next one, let's do angle bisectors. Guys, hush, between 1 and 3, which one is an angle bisector? Why? Because the angles are congruent? Is that what you're saying?
Because they have rainbows.
Okay, I just couldn't hear the last part. You said, because the angles do. And I was like, okay. Yes, good. Take a point.
Because the angles are congruent. I said that.
Alright, so it gives, I'll start on the left. It says x divided by what? What does x match up with? 8. And then what are we going to start with on our right side? And we're going to divide it by? Look at us go. Take a point, guys. Solve it. Jeremiah, solve these, baby. Leave your hair alone. Solve your math. Your hair ain't going to help you pass your test. Okay.
I'd like to buy the answer.
Would you? Can you wait 2 seconds till everybody finish and then you can answer? What? I haven't worked it out yet. I don't know. All right, Blake, tell me what it is. The answer is 10. Great job. How many of us agree that it's 10? If 2 people at the table got it right, take 2 points. I'm hoping that these points eventually help your grades, but you keep not turning stuff in, so we keep sliding backwards on the grades. All right, now I want you to please do number 3 completely without me, and hustle up Buttercup. What? What did you say? Oh, you need to come to 0 period. Otherwise,
I was going to come today, but I'm not connected.
okay, I need you to come tomorrow. I need you to put your scissors down.
Wait, what are we doing?
We're doing number 3 by ourselves.
Okay.
Are we done with number 3 at y'all's table? Y'all got to stop chewing gum in here. I cannot stand it. I posted a video of that alpaca at Disney. They y'all look just like it. Stop chewing gum in here. Spit it out. Get rid of it. I cannot see y'all's gum in your mouth anymore. Do not chew things in here.
Is it okay if we do this more than
I think it's a decimal on this one.
That's what I think. Okay. Wow, I'm smart. Okay, I know the answer and I'm sure of it.
Riley, are you using that as your calculator or are you on your phone? Okay. Riley, can you tell me the answer to number 3?
4.5.
Can you tell me how you set it up?
I did x divided by 3 equals 13.5 divided by 9.
Good. And then you ended with x equals?
9x. Oh, yeah.
We still get the same answer if you said.
Good. Take what? If you did x divided by 3 equals 9 divided by 13.5? No.
Oh, I said that right. All you got to do is just, oh my goodness.
Follow the triangle.
Yeah. Do X15. Wait. Oh, yeah. 13.5 and then you do 3 to 9.
Too many people are saying too many things at once. So
Can I see?
we started with x, correct? And we matched it up with 3.
Yeah.
So that means that if we start on this triangle on the left side of our proportion, we have to go back to this triangle on the right side of our proportion. You're not even looking now. Now, what was your question, Tyler?
I put 13.5 divided by 9 and then it
Equals x divided by 3? That's fine. You'll get the same thing.
I
Yeah.
finished it and then you said the answer.
Okay. All right, now let's look at this one. The last part before we leave each other and you get your study guide and all your papers back. Isn't it exciting? And angle by, it's going to be like a free test grade, so you should be excited that I'm giving you this opportunity to have this grade.
Yes.
All right, so it says an angle bisector in a triangle separates the opposite side into 2 segments that are proportional to the lengths of the other 2 sides. Separates the opposite side into 2 segments that are proportional to the lengths of the other sides. So this is our angle bisector, and it separates KM into lengths that are proportional to the other 2 sides. Does everybody understand?
Yeah.
So you would do KM divided by what? Yep.
ML.
And if we said JK, what would it be proportional to?
Oh, okay.
That's it.
That's all we did?
And then you solve it.
Oh.
Are you serious? We're not solving this one. This is our base one. That's our example.
Dash, crazy.
Okay, we ready?
Yes.
Number 4.
Okay.
It gives us one side Does it give us this side?
No.
But can we find it?
Yes.
What would we do with it?
We can do two ways. Add it.
Subtract what?
18. 14. Something 14.
18 minus x. Now, if the whole side is 18 and it gives us x, we know that this side right here, ST, is 18 minus x. So to solve it, I would do x divided by what?
18.
We just guessing. Look what we did here. We did km divided by lm. So I would do x divided by what? 18 minus x. Okay, baby. Ready for this trick I learned to know? We have our whole side, correct?
Correct.
And then we know that this is x. I killed this side. That means that I subtracted x from 18.
Wait. I respect my fellow,
What happened to add it?
We were never.
Okay. Now, I'm going to set that equal to what? 6. We're not over anything. We're not cows.
Divided by. We're not jumping over the next.
All right, now, what would I do with that 6 and the 18 minus x? Distribute. Do it. Solve it. It's different problems. It's just different problems. That's it. It's just a new problem. We have a whole side length and this. Now, on the ones that you had, it's because we needed the whole side. It's a different set of problems.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
okay, so you said those, no, you combine, like, no.
You have to distribute.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Run back in time.
Is it a decimal?
I think this one may be a decimal. So if you get a decimal, don't freak out.
So do you want us to do the next one as well?
Yes. It's not over anything.
Divided by?
No, guys.
Why can't they just say 14?
This is our angle bisector, correct?
Yes.
This is our angle bisector. And it says that it cuts the opposite side into proportional parts. This was our angle bisector, we cut this side. So you would do 4 divided by what?
6.
6 equals
X divided by 13.
I'm telling my mother.
Take you one just letting you know.
I'm so confused on the next one.
Which one?
I got X over 13.
It's not over.
I got X 13.
X divided by equals
4 over 6. 4 divided by 6. I'm sorry.
If she cooks on the left.
But that's what I did, and I got like this big old decimal.
It's okay to get. We're not afraid of decimals.
And that's why I got like X.
This was the same thing on the first one.
All right, is anybody done working these out and can help me pass out stuff? All right, both of you. All right, one of you pass out.
I would be done if
she help me pass out.
calculate.
Are you like on here?
Then they don't get one.
Miss Asbury.
Yes.
Never mind. We're not in a science lab, so that's.
Just start calling people names, take it to them.
That's awesome.